Hey folks, we're on site at the Gaylord Palms getting ready for MM3, Multifamily Mastery Live.
Multifamily Mastery 3 in Orlando at the Gaylord Palms. Gino, what a phenomenal event.
Jake, it was amazing. From MM2 to the growth of MM3, over 500 attendees, all about multifamily in Orlando. Students and members from all over the country to come and listen to some amazing speakers. It was about networking. It was about growth. It was about making it happen. It was about stepping out of your comfort zone into a place of like-minded people.
We kicked it off with a little Metallica intro, but then we dove right into the mindset and the why behind what we do every day in and day out. So I think that really set the stage for the entire weekend.
Cole Hatter had an amazing presentation about the mindset of an investor, describing, is debt a bad thing? How do you utilize debt to make it happen in your business? He was an amazing speaker.
Hey, they're just printing it. You know, you don't want the paper, you want the assets. And I think that was one of the best takeaways from Cole. And then we had our syndication attorney, Kim Taylor, there, who did a phenomenal job. You know, we've done multiple deals with Kim from the syndication side. And I think it was just really good. So she was able to, you know, take a deep dive into what that looks like and, you know, definitely helped out a lot of students there.
Next speaker, Rick Sapio. And what I love about Rick is he's all about the entrepreneurial mindset. His big takeaway is anyone who takes responsibility is an entrepreneur. Keep life simple. Have that discipline to go forward and structure your life in a way that you will be able to take action in your life.
And that family placemat. He treats his family just like a business. He writes out the core values, he systematizes it, and that's something that I've picked up since Multifamily Mastery 3, but also some really great tips for just systematizing your life and your family. So I think that was tremendous from Rick.
Vinny Chopra and Dylan, who's part of RAM Partners, discussing syndication, discussing the steps to syndication, discussing why syndication is a great tool, one of the tools, but it's a great tool in the toolbox, and how Vinny's been able to leverage that over the last dozen years. And they're both of them up there sharing their journey in syndication.
And I really love the student success panel. You had Nick and JP up there sharing their stories. I think Gwait did over 300 units, Gino?
Yep.
Some just
Syndication.
tremendous. Yeah. Cole was up there, Josh. That was a really, you know, great way to sort of round out and segue into the broker panel. You know, so here's the key, you know, I think to this event is that we have folks that are out there really doing it, and we have folks that are, you know, out there in the business. So we had students that were doing deals. We had a broker panel. It's just a great way to network with high-level multifamily brokers, you know, major market brokers on the panel talking about how, you know, the business is and how to really get deals done.
We just wrapped up day one at Multifamily Mastery Live. We had a killer lineup of speakers. Jake and Gino opened it up, Cole Hatter, Rick Sapio. It was insane.
Day one ended on a high note. We headed off to the VIP dinner. It was amazing. It was a great event. Probably about between 35 and 40 individuals there. We had our team there. We were just networking with the people in the VIP dinner, and they had women in multifamily meetup. So Jennifer Ulrich took several women. It was probably about 15 or 20 women.
I went to the women's meetup. That was after the VIP, okay? We started the day early, we hit the VIP, and then we closed it out with the women's VIP dinner. So it was awesome.
Amazing speaker list for day two. We started off with Eric Thomas, ET. He had so many different messages out there. It's basically about motivation. If you can't do it for yourself, look around, and who else can you do it for? He energized and he motivated and inspired the crowd.
He is the T-Rex of motivation. And a lot of things he said really resonated with me, because he's there and he's talking about, what are you doing this for? What is your why? Who are you doing this for? And that really resonates with me, because every day I get up, I know that I'm doing it for myself, but I'm also doing it for my family, and I want to put them on my back. He shares those same values. So it's all about culture, and the Jake and Gino culture is about family, business, growth, and it really came through that weekend.
So the next speaker we had was Oscar Sugrates. He's from Maui Mastermind. He was there to talk about how to implement systems in multifamily, because as you should know, multifamily is about building a business and building a lifestyle. And Oscar had so many high-level points on how to start structuring your business, start implementing systems into creating a business in multifamily.
And then what do? We pulled it right back to the family with Jim Shields talking family boardroom. But he had some, you know, great stories about negotiation with his son and how they make sure they do the big time summer vacation every year. And I think he's just such a role model for everyone that was there. And this stuff matters. You don't want to be looking back in life saying, what if?
Jennifer, Outland, and Shannon, they really brought the pain. And this is what I love most about our events. There's a lot of meat on the bone. It isn't just theory. It's all about three things. Remember that, Jake. Buy right, manage right, and finance right. And Jennifer and Shannon brought the pain with the manage right, talking about our key performance indicators, talking about our processes, talking about the residents. They're not tenants, they're residents, and brought a lot of value to any of the multifamily operators that were out there to take their management company to the next level.
And we had two amazing panels in the afternoon. We had our coaches panel with all the Jake and Gino coaches, and then we had the operator panel with, Bruce Peterson, Nikolai Ray, myself, Jennifer was up there, Vinny. A lot of people were using rules of thumb during their underwriting, and we're like, gang, you got to do a budget. You can't be, resting on your laurels with these things. You really got to dive in. So I think there was a tremendous knowledge transfer during that session.
Clinton Young wrapped everything up. He put a nice little bow tie on the entire event, talking about the journey that we had from day one, going through the entire buy right to Jake and Gino, all the way through day 2, just wrapped up the entire event. He did a great job.
One of the best things about Multifamily Mastery 3 is the deal room, Uncle Sean. Knowledge, networking, and resources. It's all here. Come on in.
I think one of my favorite things that we do every year is the deal room. It was a massive space. There was all the vendors that we used were in there. People were doing deals. People were using the vendors that we use, and it was just a great way because when you're starting out, you want to know who's vetted and you want to know who you can trust. And I think it was a great way for people to expand their relationships, whether it was cost segregation, whether it was insurance, whether it was a banking relationship. The deal room really serves people in that manner.
It's all about the networking. It's all about the education. It's all about the motivation. It's all about the inspiration, the knowledge, the value, the quality of the networking in that room. And that's what our goal is, to take massive action and to be able to deliver education and great content for the entire community. You've got to take notes. It's networking, talking to different vendors, and just being out there and putting yourself out there. But I will guarantee you, if you're willing to do that, you will grow as an investor, you will grow as a person, and the opportunities will start coming to you. It's all education times action equals results. Now, Jake and I have to take massive action to put one of these events together. The education that we bring, I think, is unparalleled. And I think the results that we have are amazing. We are going to get 800 people at this next event.
It's going to be about a year out. It's going to be in the spring of 2021. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to reveal anything because we have some places in mind, but it's going to be a surprise. Hey, appreciate everybody listening, and we will see you in the spring of 2021, MM4.
This is where it's all going down. Education times action equals results. If you're not here, we hope to see you at the next event. Make sure you get to a Money Mixer, a boot camp, or a Wheelbarrow Profits Live. We hope to see you then.